Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Python class weekend batch. I hope everybody has installed the Python, right? I hope everybody has installed the Python, right? So those who have installed, please say, register yourself in the chat as yes. Let me see whether you have done Python, like Ramachandra has done yesterday itself from here. Yes. What about others? Yeah. Only 4 or 5 has registered. What about others? Panda Garu, like he has done yesterday. Even Sandeep also. Yeah. Yakub Pashla, yeah, he has done it. Okay. Ajib has done it. So what about others? Like Shiva Puja, right? Tarla, Divine Tarla, Monica Tiwari. When you are going to install it? So just you're going to listen the class, that's it. You're not going to do anything along with me. You're not going to play with Python. Fine. Anyway, let me start the class. So we have done with installation yesterday. We have stopped up to installation, right? So yesterday, just we'll have a recap. Like we discussed about introduction to Python. I told you what is Python, right? I told that Python is going to be general purpose language, high level language, interpreted dynamic type. And I told you what is general purpose, high level language, interpreted and dynamic, right? So I told you about all this thing, right? And then I taught you about why Python. Why do we go for a Python? Because the syntax is going to be quite easy, similar to like other languages. It is open source language. We're going to write small code here. So it is approved by data scientists and huge communities available to help yourself, right? So I told you discuss about the Python also. Actually, your Python language is influenced into 2 languages. One is called ABC language, the other one is called Modula. Right? Then we discussed about application of Python. So it is used for web application. Okay, I should be able to catch up. Yes, obviously. You can see the video. There's been your YouTube channel is available, Tarla, like you can see that. Yes, yes. Maximum it is for 4 weekends. So if I could able to make it within 4 weekends, okay. Otherwise, I don't mind. Sometimes it will get extended also because sometimes I may not sometimes if I have meeting or something like I may take leave right due to some reason. That case it will get extended. I'll make sure that your syllabus is getting covered. Only then I'll leave you. Till then I won't leave you. So actually it is for 4 weeks. Got it? Okay, so now we are discussing about application of Python. So it is used for web application, it is used for desktop application. We can create console-based application software. We can use it for software development, for engineering applications, right? Like scientific and numeric, like business applications, and also for audio or video-based application, made for 3D CAD applications, enterprise application, for image processing, for all. So that is why it is called a general purpose language. Is there anything is skipped here? No. It is applicable for all languages, right? I can able to use, I can able to develop any kind of application here. So it is going to be system software, right? Or anything. Got it. Now we'll discuss about the application of Python. Already we discussed, right? So like features of Python. It's an object-oriented cross-platform, rich in libraries, simple to use. I can able to integrate with other technologies, and it is elegant. The syntax is going to be elegant, right? So we discussed and advantage of Python. Already I told you like it is easy to learn, free and open source, rapid development, and so integrated with any languages, right? Libraries and frameworks are available. It is dynamically typed language. It is portability, has portability, and strong community support, right? And we discussed about version also. It started from version 1, right? But now it goes up to 3.12, but still it is getting upgraded, right? So then for different types of flavors are available here, right? We have for C Python, you can integrate with C, right? Jython. So like you can able to integrate with Java, JVM, right? So like we have inner Python, right? So like it has been connected, it is integrated with C Sharp, Python, right? So for JavaScript, right? Ruby Python it is used for Ruby on Rails, right? Language along with it is integrated. So what we understand is like we have different types of flavors are available in Python. Got it? So and also we discussed about comparison with C, C++, Java, and Python. Right, like C is going to be a normal general purpose language. Got it? So it doesn't have hoops concept. Whereas C++ has a hoops concept. Right, Java is also has a hoops concept. But similar way, Python is also having a hoops concept, similar like C, C++, in Java. Got it? So, but still, we are able to write similar small type of code here. Got it? Not a very big like C++, Java, we used to write big code. Whereas in Python, we write small code. Right? So like we have rich libraries, we have a lot of functions available. We can directly make use of the function. Got it? So and we discussed about Python installation yesterday, right? So in case you want to install PyCharm ID, this is an ID, integrated development environment, right? I can make use of, we can install it, or else it is available in Anaconda. So there is no need to install this, right? Instead directly, right? So these are the steps I showed you yesterday, right? How to install PyCharm ID. So this is not required. First step is what is that you have to install, right? Python here. Got it. In case you want to install, right? So you can go to this link and you can download the required setup file and you can install it, right? But the base is what is required. The base is Python is required. You have to go to python.org and you have to download the Windows version or Macintosh version, whichever you use, whichever operating system, whichever you use it accordingly, you can download and go and install it, right? And then on the top of that, on the top layer of Python, right, you're going to install Anaconda. It is also part, Anaconda has a Python version 3. Suppose more Python version 3.0. So the requirement is that when you install Python, you have to install Python 3.12. It will support, right? So the moment you install, right, so automatically you get all the tools getting installed, right? You get a navigator there. Even PyCharm is available there. Got it? And you can launch the Jupyter Notebook. Yesterday I showed you how to launch the Jupyter Notebook, right? Everything. Here, if you're like to see how to install Anaconda, all I showed you yesterday. Even yesterday's class or like a video also, you have this, right? You can make use of this Conda and everything. So this I showed you and how to launch Jupyter Notebook. I showed you the demo also, right? So like what are the futures also I told you. So Jupyter Notebook is a language independent live interaction with code, easy catch and built in cells like we have cells here, right? And data it is used for data visualization. It helps document code samples, right? You can document the code samples also. Like we discussed about Spider also. Spider is used for it is used for scientific and engineering purpose. Got it. Spider is also available in Anaconda, right? So it has rich interface, tabs, and split pans, right? Editing feature and syntax highlight will get highlighted. Code cells automatically will be formatted. You can run the code, run the file, run the line and selection, right? You can run the full code, or you can run the file, or you can run one particular line, right? Or selection, or you can run like SQL, right? So then code navigation, you can use find and replace. You can jump to one line to another line, right? Code analysis and completion is possible here, right? We have keyboard shortcuts and so on. Like these are the futures of Spider ID. Got it? All these things we discussed yesterday. Now we'll get into Python operation. How we are going to operate, right? I told you yesterday. 3 different modes I told you, discussed at the end of the session. Right? One is by using your interactive mode. One is by using the interactive mode. The second one is script mode. The third one is batch mode. You're going to create a batch file. Right? Batch mode is nothing but you're going to create a batch file. You already write a file. Like normally, how you write a file, inside the file, you're going to enter the command. Please mute your mic, all of you. I'm getting some sneezing voice noise. I'm getting some sneezing noise. Please mute all your mics. It would disturb everybody. And kindly mute your mic, all of you. Still somebody is not muting it. Still I'm getting noise. So we are discussing about interactive mode, and we discuss about so for like file mode, like script mode, and batch mode, like right. So batch file, right? I cannot able to show you demo, right? It will create problem. Got it? So I'll show you file interactive mode and file mode, the script mode. Got it? So again, I'll show you the demo. Got it? So now, what are the IDEs and editors that we have it? I discussed yesterday itself. Like we have PyCharm IDE, Spider IDE, Todi, right? And then Visual Studio Code IDE, right? Eclipse, Sublime Text, Vim, right? And so on, right? These are the IDEs that we have. And now today onwards, we're going to discuss about data type, variable, and so on. Right. So now, for example, I'll show you the demo with IDLE. The moment you install Python, automatically IDLE is also bundled. Right. So integrated development learning environment, IDLE. Got it. You can open IDLE from Python. Right. So the version of IDLE is going to be 3.11. So I'll open it. Right, and then let me share it. So yesterday, most of them are asking how to launch the IDLE. At the bottom of your laptop or the bottom of your system, right? Your desktop, you have a taskbar. On the taskbar, you have a search button. On the search button, you type IDLE, right? The IDLE app will be shown. You click on that, the IDLE will get open. Please put your, otherwise I'm not going to take a class. I told you, in spite of that, you guys are not muting it. Somebody is not muting it. Who is that? Hello? Yeah, I see that.
Yeah,
see,
you can mute you, sir. You can mute you from everyone, okay? It's better.
Mute. Right. Let them mute it. What is there? Like Maunika Tiwari, please mute it. Okay, fine. So I was able to connect with IDLE. Using the IDLE here, you can say batch cell here. So it is like MATLAB, right? MATLAB, right? So platform, like you can enter each and every code line by line, right? So now say for example, I say print hi. I say print hi. Either I can use double quotes or single quotes here. The moment you enter here, immediately you get an output. So the entire code can be written line by line here, and you can execute it. That is the beauty of IDL. Got it? At the same time, you can go to file menu, write new file, and you can write a code here, right? I can write a code by using A equal to, right, 45 and B equal to 78, right? And then I can do so D equal to A divided by B, right? So then I'm going to print a D here. A simple program I'm writing it, right? I'm going to save it, file, save. I'm going to save it on my local drive, right? I'll go to DE drive, Python, right? So I can go with Python. I can create a new folder, right? I can say batch number 388, right? So I think 380 or 388 something. Okay. So 388, right? I can save this file here. So yes, sample one dot py. I can save it. After saving, what you go to run button, run menu here. Go to run menu and click on run module. Automatic, but here it says 0, right? What is saying 0? So let me go again. I'll open it. Open. I wanted to, yeah, because I want to divide A by B, right? When I want to divide A by B, 45 divided by 78 is correct. The output is correct, obviously. So, but I want to print only the integer number, not the. So that case, when I want to print only the integer number, not the decimal value, so that case I can use double slash. When I use double slash, it will display only the integer value. So when I divide 48 by 75 or something, right? So that case you're going to get 0 point something. So it is displaying the 0 here. Right? It is skipping the Mantissa part here. Right? The output is correct. There is background noise here. Yeah, I was hearing a lot of sound here. When somebody was asking you to stop it, right? You're not stopping it. And some sneezing noise also I was getting here. Yeah, okay. So here, let me share it. One moment. So now you can see the other screen also. So you're able to see the screen, right? You're getting output 0. Why? Because I wrote a code such a way that I have accepted the value. So hard code the value of A and B, right? And I was dividing A by B, and I'm storing the value in D, and I printed the value D here. So the numerator is smaller than the denominator. I'm dividing numerator by denominator, right? So that so the output is 0 point something I'm getting. So right. So thing is that you get only 0 because I'm using double slash. Double slash, when I use single slash, you'll get decimal value. The output will be decimal value. But when I use double slash, I'm asking the interpreter or parser to print only the integer part, not the decimal value. So that case it is printing only the decimal value. No, for others you said visible or not, right?
Whatever you write code, that window you are not seeing.
No, that I'm not showing now. I'm sure somebody was asking me to show the output. So I moved to output here. Got it? If you want to see, you want to show, see, I'll show you the code also. So somebody was seeing, Tibari was telling that he was not able to see the output, the other window. So I showed you other window. But normally you're getting all the windows right. Anyway, I'm moving it. So I have to share it, right? So now let me share it. So this is a code window. From code window, what I have to do? I have to go for run. I have to click on run module, get the output. Now we are able to see the output here. Now we are able to see the output.
Yeah. Output is not visible here.
Yeah, now your code is visible, right?
Yeah.
So again, I have to share it. When I'm in the output window, then again I have to share my code window. So already I shared the code window. This is my code, right? So when I run from run menu, when I click on run module, it is going to go for other window, right? And it is going to show the output. It goes to the back shell. Got it? So window. So that case, right? Fine. So now what I'll do now, I'll go back to my PPT now. Let me go back to my PPT. And today's session, we're going to start from data type. We're going to start from data type, right? Python has a lot of data types here, right? Data type plays a crucial role, right? So in how the variable stores and handle different kinds of value. It plays a crucial role and tells how the data is getting stored and the variable, right? So what kind of data we are storing, how it is getting processed, right? So it plays a vital role here, right? So now text to type string represents sequence of character. You can create string using single or double quotes. When you specify the string is going to be with you can initialize the string by using double quotes or single quotes, right? This is an example. Either you can write it within single quote or double quotes, it works out. Whereas in Java, in C++, in C, always you have to provide the string with double quotes only. It is mandatory. But here it is not the case. Either you can use single quotes or you can use double quotes. It works, right? So now we have under numeric type, right? We have different data types like integer, floating point. Integer is going to be a whole value. Floating point is nothing but decimal value. Right. So, like, and then complex numbers. So, it is going to have A and B is going to be a real number. A and B is going to be real number. Right. So, numeric type, C type one is going to be integer, floating point, and then complex value. Whereas coming to sequence type, like collection. Sequence type is nothing but a collection. So, which comes under list. It is ordered, right? Or then a mutable collection of item. I can able to array. It will be displayed in order. It has index. Got it. Anyway, we're going to discuss elaborately at the time of discussing about collection. Then we go with tuple. It is ordered, but it is immutable of collection. Right? It will be ordered. But I can, after creating tuples, I cannot be able to edit it. Right? So, like ranges represent the sequence of number, right? So, range, what is a range here? Starts from 0 to 10. You're going to give a range. And mapping type is nothing but dictionary, right? Contains a key value pair. Name equal to name colon John, age equal to 30, and so on. So, like these are the sequence type that we have, right? So then we have set type, like set, right? In set, we are going to be unordered. List is going to be ordered. Set is going to be similar way like list, but it is unordered. It is mutable, right? So the latest version is mutable. Oldest version is not mutable, right? The example is going to be 1, 2, 3. Sometimes even when you add a new value into a set, so we do not know in which order, right? We cannot have index. It will not be indexed. Then frozen set. Similar to set, but immutable. Got it? It's a frozen set here. Then Boolean. Boolean type is going to return true or false here. Then binary type, right? In the binary type, you have bytes. Represent sequence of bytes here, right? You're going to separate each and every character in bytes. Then byte array. It is a mutable version of byte here. So, right. So, this is an example for byte array. Right? You're going to store each and every byte in the form of an array. So none type, right? None type represents the absence of value, which is similar to null here. None, instead of null, we are going to use none here. So, and apart from that, you can use type of function here. It is going to tell what type of data is that, right? So class integer type, class like it's going to get an output like this. Right now, see the example here, Python like x equal to 5. And I'm going to say type of x. What is the type of x? So based on, but here we don't specify any data type here because it's a dynamically typed language. Yesterday also I told you that it is a dynamically typed language, right? We don't need to prefix data type before the x. Got it? So now, right? So the parser in turn interfere and then it will find out what kind of data type is that, and then when you print it, when you use type function and when you pass the parameter here, it's going to tell what kind of data type is it. So this data belongs to which type, right? For this, we are going to use a function called type of, right? Now, say for example, I'll go for a demo. I'll go to my IDLE. Now I'll remove all this code now. Now x equal to 45. And I'm going to say print of type of x. What is the value of x? 45. The value will be passed here. So the value will be passed to the function called type function, right? And it is going to print what is the value of what is the data type of x. So for which what I'm going to use? I'm going to use a method called type method. Now save it, the same file name. Now go to run the module. It is going to tell what type. So it is going to print a class type here. Class type integer. So you're able to see it. You're able to see the output. So it comes to the bash shell and says the type of that, right? I said x equal to 45. Print of type, right? Of x, right? It is going to print the output here. The output is going to be class integer. It says the data type is going to be integer type here. It says the data type is going to be integer type. I didn't specify when I declare a variable. I did not specify what kind of data type is it. Directly, I was saying the value, hard coded my value. That's it, right? By using the type method, I can make the Python interpreter to understand and to display what kind of data type it is. So for which we can use a predefined or built-in methods which is provided by Python, right? So in that case, we're going to use type of, right? For any type. Even I can type like a floating value, that is a decimal value, I can tell it is going to say class float, class double, right? Class string, right? So on. So it is going to tell what kind of data is this, right? What kind of data type, for which we go for a type, right? So we have a type function here, right? Then we'll go back to PPT. So then we come to constant. You know what is constant, right? Constant is nothing but a fixed value. The constant is available in C language also. It is available in C++, Java, and all language we have, right? It's a special variable whose value remains fixed, does not change during a program execution. So at the time of program execution, your value will not change. The Python doesn't have a dedicated syntax for defining constant, but you can follow the practice. So especially Python doesn't have constant, but you can practice. You have a naming conventions here, uppercase letter for constant name, like PI, maximum underscore value, right? You can specify the uppercase. They're using a naming convention like C++, C sharp, other languages, right? This conversion signal that a variable should not be reassigned. So this conversion says the parser that it should not be reassigned or should not be processed. Like built-in constants, right? We have Python provides a built-in constant here, like true, false, and none. True represents Boolean true. None does denotes absent of value, right? Then we have user-defined constant also. You can declare your own constant in a module. Inside the module, when there is going to be a built-in constant, you will have a user-defined constant also. Right, like my constant equal to 42. You can declare a variable like this and then you can assign a value. So it is going to be constant, right? So the value will not change. Right? So that then next one is strict to constant. Enforce strict immutability. Right? So when you use a decorator, add property decorator, that case, you're going to use strict constant here. Right? Define the constant within a class. When you're going to use this decorator, where you're going to use decorator within a class. So like when you use a decorator here, right, you're going to convert the class into a decorator. When you're going to convert the method into a decorator method, right? So that case, right, you're going to enforce it that strict that it should be constant, right? So like name tuple of at the data class, right? So like this, you're going to give it, right? So that what happens is like, so it is going to make that particular variable as constant. So here we have different types of constant, like we have strict to constant, right? We have a user-defined constant and built-in constant, naming conventions, right? So whatever value you assign to a variable, that value will remain as it is, will not change. That is what we call as constant, right? Coming to variable, you know what is variable? Variable is also called as literals, right? It helps us to assign the value to a variable, like to a literal. Right, it's going to use to refer a value within the program. Right, some of the key points about Python variable is that it is going to be dynamic typing. Right, already I told you it is a dynamic type in nature. Doesn't require explicit variable declaration. Create a variable by assigning a value to it. So in C language earlier, what we do, we declare a variable and then we're going to assign it in the next line. Right, but after, later on, they said we can declare and assign the variable at a time. So, but here it is not required, right? So dynamic typing, when you assign x equal to 5 or x equal to Sumatra, something like that. So it can, parser can understand what kind of data it is. Right? It is going to be flexibility. The variable can change the type after being set. After you set the value to the variable at runtime, you can change the value here. It is going to be flexible here. Right? So like now x equal to 4, later on you can change it to a string also. So in case we can go for casting, type casting, converting from one data type to another data type, right? Expanding or narrowing. A lot of different types of casting are there, right? So like when I say x equal to string of 3, it is converting to string here. It's going to get converted. So now this value cannot be used for any process. Got it? I can say y equal to integer of 3, it will be converted to integer only. Right? So the z equal to float of 3, that is what you're going to get 3.0 as an output. Right? So likewise, this is called implicit casting. Right? Explicit casting, you have to force it, right? And then you have to insert you have to change the data type or you have to change the type here. But these type of casting, right? This type is called as implicit casting, right? Internally, right, because it's going to be from we're going to change from one data type to higher data type, right? Implicitly, it is getting casted. Right. So whereas when you change from a higher data type to lower data type, that case explicitly you have to cast it. So that case we go for a explicit casting. Then case sensitive. Variable names are case sensitive here. Right. So like if you say A equal to 4 and capital A equal to value, so capital A and small a is not going to be same. But ASCII value is going to be different. So that case, right, that is what happened. Capital A is not equal to small a. So it is going to be unique, right? Capital A, when you assign that value is going to be different. So because that case you can say, you cannot say that I already have given A equal to 4, I change it. A equal to is not getting updated, right? Why? Because that variable is different, this variable is different. Capital A is not equal to small a. So it is case sensitive here. You have to either go with capital A or go with small letter while declaring a variable. Make sure that while declaring a variable, you have to be very careful. Either you're going to give a capital variable or small variable. So like we can declare a variables in different manner, right? So like it is dynamic typing here. It is going to be flexible, it has a flexibility. So you can convert it right from one data type to other data type. And at the same time, it's going to be case sensitive here. Right? It's all about Python. A variable. What is variable here? It is mainly used for assigning a value. Right? At the runtime, you can change the value. It can be dynamic, it can change the value also. Right? It is also called as identifier. Right? Identifier and variable are going to be same. Got it? Right? Now comments in Python. You can give comments. Where do you go for a comment? So basically to create a document of the application or So when you write a code, each and every line top of the code or side by side of the code, you can comment it and you can tell what is this line all about, right? What is particular command? Why you are using a command here? You're going to explain by using comment. So here we have for each and every line, top of the line of the code, you can comment it. You can tell that will be skipped. The parser will skip it, and remaining only code will be executed. So when it comes to command, we have different types of command. Like we have single line command, inline command, multiple line commands, right? So like we have different types of commands. A single line command in Python goes with hash. Right. So on the top of this command, print command, we comment it. This is the command here. Right. Or even the right hand side also we can comment it. Now see here, this is inline command. Right. So at the end of the line of the code, right, you're going to enter the comment here. This is what inline comment. Right. Multiple line, multi-line comments. When going so each and every line you want to comment, either can comment like this. Right. Or else you can come multi-line string here. Right. You start with triple quotes. You end with triple quotes. So that case multiple line string. A paragraph can be assigned with string here. Got it? So like this you can comment in three different ways. Single line comments, inline comments, multiple line comment or multiple string. Right. So like this we can comment your code. Got it? For which you go for a comment. So next one is like a print function. You know very well what is the use of the print function. The print function in Python is used to display the messages or values to the screen or the console. Right. So it is going to print the values on the console or on the screen or in the bash shell. Right. So on different environment. So whatever code you're writing, it is going to process and it is going to produce the output. And you're going to give an input based on the input, you're going to produce the output here. Right. Whatever within a print is a function. Inside that, you're going to pass a parameter. Right. It can be a string, it can be integer, it can be float, it can be any type, like whatever you give it accordingly, it's going to print it. Right. So inside the print, if you give it in double quotes, it's going to be string. That case, it's going to print everything in the form of a string. Right. Multiple calls, use print multiple times to add vertical spaces. So like this, I can to add vertical spaces, you can call it multiple times, or a single line also you can call it A comma print A comma B, right? So on, like you can print it, right? You know very well about the print command, print function, mainly used for it comes as print stream, right? Mainly used to print the values on the console. Similar way we have input function also. Similar way we have input function, you can get the input values from the user or through the keyboard. You can get the input, right, from, you can get the input, got it. So you can get the input from the user or through the keyboard. So for this, what you're going to do, you're going to use an input function. When you get the input from the user, so the input function will convert everything in the form of a string, right? So now even when you pass, when you get the value, when you enter the integer value, that also will be converted as a string. Right, the input function Python allows you to accept the data from the user. So when called, it prompts the user to enter the input and waits for them to type a response, followed by entering the key. The input is returned as a string, which you can save to a variable or use directly in your program. Just now I told you. So when you accept the value, right, for using input function, input method, so it is going to accept the value, but it will be converted in the form of a string. Right? Either you can convert it as an integer or different data type, whichever you wanted, and then again you can store it on the variable. Depends. Right? Now let me see an example. Right? You're going to enter. So now we're going to enter the value and then you're going to print the value here. Right? That case. So I'm going to use the input function. So I'll go back here. So now I'm going to say input, right, x equal to input, enter the name. Now I'm going to print, it is asking enter the name. Now can I able to enter the name here, right? When I say enter Raki, nothing is going to print. Right, nothing is going to print. After entering name, I could say print of x. I'm going to say print of X. Right now we are getting the output. So the code I can able to execute line by line. The code I can execute line by line here. Right, the code I can execute line by line. Got it? I can execute line by line here. Right. So the moment when I ask input of, when I use input of function, so like it is asking the question, what is the input, right? How you going to enter? After entering the value, right? So nothing is coming. When I say print of X, again we're going to print the value will be taken and we're going to print the value. So like again, for example, I'm going to say input of like Y equal to, right? Input of, enter the number. Right? So let me close the code. Then when I press enter, it's asking you to enter the number here. Now when I press 7, right? So it's not going to print anything. Now again I'm going to use print of Y. Right? It is going to print 7. Now what I'll do now? Now I'm going to say print of, right? So I said Y, right? So Y into Y. So what is going to be the output here? Right? You see, it is going to say 777. Right? It is not printing. So why is 7? 7 5 is 35 has to be printed, right? It's not printing. So 5 times it is printing the Y here. Because Y is a string, right? When you enter the value here, the input function will try to convert in the form of a string. So now what I'll do here, I can say input integer of, right? I'll come back here. Now I'll say Z equal to, right, integer of, input of, right? Now enter the value. Right. Now press enter. Now we're going to ask enter the value here. 45. Now I can say print of, right? So like Z, it is going to print the value. Again I'll say print of, right? So like Z into 5. So now because Z is going to be like input type. That is going to be an integer type, right? So I'm going to get the output here. What is that? 225. I'm going to get 225 here. That makes a difference. Now here, whatever value I'm getting, that is converted using a function called integer function. The integer function is converting it and is going to display the value as integer value. Now when you process it, you can able to process, right? And you get the correct output accordingly. Otherwise, so you cannot multiply with string, right? Any number cannot be multiplied, but number itself is going to be string. When you multiply it, how you can multiply it? It is not possible. So you cannot manipulate it. It is not possible, right? So when you use input function, make sure that it will be converted in the form of a string. Again, you have to convert into the data type whichever you wanted, and then you can use process it, right? So that is the use of input function. That is the use of input function. Hope you understood it, right? Have any doubts here with input function, with print function, input function? These are the input output functions available here. Already I discussed about type, right? Already discussed about type, right? The type function serves the two main purposes, right? Determining the object type. When you pass an object as an argument, it returns the type of an object. When you pass an argument as an object, it's going to return the type as an object, right? So otherwise, it's going to return what is it? It's going to return but actually here it's going to return everything as an object only. It says class integer. Integer is also going to be a object type, right? Everything is going to print as an object type only. It is going to, right? The output is going to print as object type only. Coming to ID. ID function in Python returns a unique identifier for an object, right? The ID function assigns an integer identity, right? A memory address to an object when it is created, right? It is going to print the memory object, right? Got it. It's going to print the memory object, right? So integer identity for a memory address. So uniqueness, each object has its own unique ID, obviously, right? Constant during lifetime, right? The ID remains constant throughout the program execution. Throughout the lifetime, the ID is going to be common, right? It's going to be the same, right? So now when you say like, now see the example here. So the object with predefined ID is like integer from -5 to 265. The range also is being given here. So now example x equal to, it is going to be like what type here, right? Like a set, right? It's going to be set here, x equal to set. You want to find out the ID of x here. You have to get the ID of the, sorry, tuples here, right? It is going to get the ID of tuples, right? It's going to store the ID here and you're going to print the ID. So that case is going to print the ID here. Got it? It is going to print the ID, right? So my screen is frozen. Now we are able to see it. Yes. Okay. So now we are able to see it, right? So here it is a tuple, right? So for this, I'm going to create an ID. Then I'm going to say ID of X is going to generate an ID here, get the ID of X, and I'm going to bring the ID here. Got it? So like this, we can get the ID for each and every task, each and every whatever you perform. For that, it's going to generate an ID, right? So even when you store the data, right, for everything, it is going to generate an ID, like row ID. Right? You can display the ID here, right? So now next one is all about like complete like conversion, right? I told you as already I told you before, we have implicit type conversion and explicit type conversion, right? What is implicit type conversion? It is going to convert from low level data type to high level data type and getting converted. That is called implicit type conversion, right? When you're going to convert the data from low level data type to higher level data type. So the conversion is called implicit type conversion. The conversion refers to changing an object from one data type to another. Already I told you, when you want to convert from one data type to another data type, right? So it is called conversion or typecasting also. We call it as typecasting, the other name. So there are two main types of typecasting and type conversion. One is an implicit type conversion, the other one is called explicit type conversion, typecasting. Right, the Python interpreter automatically converts the data type within the user intervention. Means like when you say assign for 10 equal to 0, so y equal to 10.6. Now what is the value of z here? So z will be automatically, the value of z will be converted to what is that, floating point value. Automatically be converted to float because y value is going to be higher type than the x value. Based on the higher type, automatically it will be converted. The value will be converted based on higher value and it will be stored in z here. Right? This is what implicit type conversion. You don't do it with implicit type conversion. Right? The parser or the interpreter itself is trying to convert so the data type based on the higher data type. You're going to convert z into automatically being converted using my implicit type conversion. You're not going to do it. Right? Automatically be converted. Whereas coming to explicit type conversion, the user manually explicitly converts the type here. From higher data type to lower data type, when you want to convert, that case you have to explicitly have to convert it. Right? So converting a string to an integer. So that case what you have got to use? Integer of. Just now I showed you input of. Input is nothing but a string. You are converting explicitly that you are using an explicit type conversion. You are saying integer of, input of. The string you are going to convert into integer type. That is what we call as explicit type conversion. Just now I showed you the example for explicit type conversion. Got it? So do you remember, all of you? I showed you the example for explicit type conversion. Right? So we use explicit type conversion. So I'm going to integer of, right? I'm going to use integer of like input of. So the whatever value you're going to input, that will be converted into integer type. Right? So converting any data type to a floating point number using float, right? We can able to do. Got it? So like then using odd function, hexadecimal, octal to character to integer. Right? So for character to integer to hexadecimal, and integer to octal, right? Conversion you can able to do respectively here. So like explicit type conversion, using explicit type conversion. Right? So now we're going to discuss about escape sequence. Right? What is escape sequence? For Python uses the backslash characters called escape sequence in string. That is also available in C, C++, Java, in all technology. Right? Allows for the insertion of any type of codes inside the string. So wherever you want to insert the codes, right, there you can insert it, right? Not only codes, right? Double quotes or white spaces or tab space, or you want to have form field, new line, right? So carriage return and so on. You can convert, you can insert, like you can add a octal number, hexadecimal number, and so on. For this, you go for an escape sequence, right? So you're going to use the backslash followed with, you want to have a single quote, you want to use double quotes, or you want to use some like a bell sound you want to have, or you want to use tab space, you want to have a backspace, right? For which you're going to use escape sequence, right? So like in Python, an escape sequence of characters that when used inside the string doesn't represent that itself directly, but is converted into another character. It is not representing itself directly, it's going to convert it into another character or series of characters. So let us explore here now. When you use backslash, it is an escape character to include a literal backslash in the string. Right? You're going to use in the backslash means what? So it includes a literal backslash in the string. Right? So it is going to include backslash. You want to have backslash there. Right? In that case, along with the backslash, you're going to include backslash. So along with the backslash, the string will be split. Right? Like this. Right? Now see here. Yeah. One moment. I'll open IDLE. So, right, fine. You're able to see it, right? Now, say for example, I'm going to use print command. Right, print. Right. So now within quotes, I'm going to use double backslash. Right, and I'm going to say hi. Right, how are you? Right, and then followed with, right, I'm going to use again, I'm going to use double backslash. Sorry. Not this backslash. Backslash means this one, right? Right, and then you have to use this one. Right, you're going to use this one. Then close it. Right, then close it. So now when you run this, now see here, along with the backslash, the string is getting printed. So to print along with the special character, so this backslash is being used along with the slash here. Open slash and closing slash. So this is what we call it as escape sequence. This is an example for using escape sequence. Got it? So likewise, I can have something called single quotes, double quotes, right? So I'll just go back to my PPT. Now single quotes, double quotes, right? This is an example for double quote, right? Single quotes, right? Even you want to print a new line. So I'll print line 1, line 2. It's going to print it on the new line here. So you want to use some tab space in between column 1 and column 2. You want to print the backspace in column 1, column 2. So you're going to use slash t here, right? Carriage return means you're going to come to the first character of the line. In that case, you're going to use carry return. Hello, double slash R. Right. So you're going to return the carriage will return to the first character, right? So that case you go for a carriage return backspace. It go one step backward. That case you go for a backspace. Form feed. Here you're going to use a form feed, right? So like this, you're going to use a form feed here. So likewise, we have other octal hexadecimal escape sequence, right? So represent character using their octal or hexadecimal values. Like this, you can use. This is all called as escape sequence, which we use it along with our code here, right? So, like casting, already I told you, I can able to convert between numbers and strings using appropriate type. Right, type of it is going to print integer type, right? So here 5 plus 7. When I use quotes here, it becomes converted into string now. So that case, what happened? It's going to say it is not going to add here. Instead, it's going to concatenate. So it's going to say 5 7 here. The integer of 5, right? It's going to convert the string into integer. That case is going to print 5 here. Now see here, both the characters, right? Both the string has been converted by using integer function. That case, it is going to add now. But here, it will not add, okay, because it is converted as integer function in the string here, and then we're going to concatenate it here. But here, it is going by using integer function, I'm converting it. After converting, I'm going to add it here. That makes a difference. Right, these are called as casting. These are the example for casting here. Now coming to Python operator. Do you have any doubts? Anybody has doubts here? Anybody has doubts here with respect to what we call escape sequence and all those stuff, like right, input functions, right, commands. Do you have any doubts like variables, data type and all this stuff? Do you have any doubts? You can ask me. Otherwise, we'll go to the next topic. Right, you have any doubts? You can ask me. Any doubts? You're all able to understand my language. You're able to understand my training, my teaching, right? If it is you're able to understand, please type yes here in the chat box. Otherwise, you can type no. So accordingly, I can change myself. So I just want to confirm you whether you can able to understand my language, my training style, everything, right? Just I'm taking a feedback. So that accordingly I can change myself. Whether you're all able to understand, only 2 has answer it. Now it has become 3. What about others? Most of them are not answering, not entering into chat. What is the problem? So we have nearly about 8 to 9 members here. Right? Please enter if you are able to understand. Shall I go to the next topic then? Okay. Now we're going to discuss about operators. Right? What is the use of operators? Operator helps us to perform some calculation. Right? We have different types of operators here. Right? We have different types of operators. Like what are they? We have arithmetic operator, right? Logical operator. So like assignment operator. Then we have bitwise operator, membership operator. Likewise, we have different types of operators. Right? The first one is all about arithmetic operator. Python, right, provides different types of operator to perform different operations. Say it can be like addition, subtract. When it comes to arithmetic operator, it is going to perform arithmetic calculation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponentiation, and so on. And this is what which is called as floor division. The floor division in turn will divide, but it is going to provide only the integer part here, not the floating value, not the decimal value. Yes. Any problem? So it is called arithmetical operator. Next one is like the assignment operator. Right? When x equal to 10, you're going to assign the value to the variable x. So that case, we're going to use the assignment operator here. So there is something called compound assignment operator, or like a shorthand operator. We call it as plus equal to, minus equal to, right? Asterisk equal to, slash equal to, modulus equal to, right? So this one we call it as compound assignment operator. like a double star equal to, right? Double slash equal to, these are all called as exponentiation or floor division assignment operator. Right. So this is the example for assignment operator. Whereas coming to assignment operator, like see here, now now I'll go back to my bash shell here. Right. Now I'm going to use assignment operator now. Let me use assignment operator. One moment. I'll have some water. Yes. Now assume that A equal to 10. Right. Now I'm going to say B plus equal to, right? B plus equal to A. Right. So now what is it? We're going to add B. And what is B here? But we don't have the value of B here. Right. A value is going to be 10. B plus equal to A. Right. Again, I'm going to say B equal to 15. Right. And then like what I'm going to say, like B plus, like, or I'm going to say, otherwise I can say like this also. Like A plus equal to, right, 25. What is the value of A? A equal to 10 here. Now I'm going to get the value. I'm not getting a value here. Why? I have to assign A, it is equal to A equal to A plus 25. What is the value of A here? Right? It's not getting assigned. This is an example for actually compound assignment operator or assignment operator. Right? Already we assign A equal to 10. X equal to 25. Right? Okay. Okay. I understand. Like, what is the problem? Like when I say A plus print of, I can say X plus equal to 5, not 25. Now let me see. It is invalid syntax. Okay, the other way I do it. So like X plus equal to 25, then I'm going to print the value of X. Right now it is going to print the value here. Correct. So this is an example for compound assignment operator. Again, I'll tell you, now the value of Z equal to 50. Right. Now I'm going to say y minus equal to, right? So y minus, right? I'm going to say like z minus equal to 10 here. Right. Then I'm going to print the value of z. So we're going to get the output. So in that case, I'm going to use compound assignment operator. Right here, when I say x plus equal to, right, 10, right, is nothing but it is equivalent to x equal to x plus, right, x plus 10. Instead of writing this way, right, I can write down in the shorthand form here. I'm writing in the shorthand form, right? So that case, I'm going to get the output, right? But now we'll throw in error, right? So it is going to throw in because I'm writing like this, right? So the command should not be written like this, right? So like this, I have to write x plus equal to 10, right? I have to write like this. Hash, I have to use hash x equal to x plus 10. So now it will work, right? So for commenting, I have to write hash. Otherwise, it will throw error. Got it? So now when I say print of x, you're going to print the value, right? So I made a mistake. Print of x. So now I'm getting 60. Got it. So like this, I can able to use a compound assignment operator. I can able to use compound assignment operator. Got it. So this is an example of compound assignment operator. Then you have comparison operator. You have equal, double equal to, not equal to, A is equal to B, right? We're going to compare A and B together. That case, we're going to use comparison operator here, right? Not equal to, it should not be equal to A, should not be equal to B. That case, we use right, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, right? So like greater than, less than, all comes under comparison operator, which we are going to use it with control structures, right? Or we are going to use along with the expression. That case, we use this comparison operator, right? The next, this is the comparison operator. Now see here, the output A is equal to 20, age greater than equal to 20, and age less than equal to 21. What is the output? You're getting Boolean out. You're going to get a output as Boolean, right? Age is not equal to 21. Of course, it is going to true. What is the value of age here? Age equal to 20. So it's going to return true. Right? 6 is equal to 6.0. It is true. It's going to get true here. Right? And then again, age is greater than 20 and age is less than 30, or age is greater than or equal to 30 and age is less than 40. It is going to return true. Right? Any one condition should return true. That case is going to return true here. So that case, we're going to use comparison operator. Right? We're going to use comparison operator here. Got it? So now let me execute it. I'll show the demo here. Now, right now I'm going to say like age equal to 40. Right? So now age equal to 40. That case, I'm going to say age is greater than 40, greater than equal to 40, and age is less than equal to 50. Right? I'm going to say like age. So age equal to 40, right? Age is greater than or equal to 40, right? And I'm going to use AND operator here, right? How do I use AND operator or AND? I have to use AND here. I cannot use operator AND like in other languages, C, C++, Java. We use AND as an operator. Got it? Age is greater than or equal to 40 and age is less than or equal to less than 50. Right? That case what you do. And I'm going to say print, right? Now here I'm going to say Z equal to, right? So Z equal to age is greater than 40 and age is less than 50, right? That case, I would return the output here, right? Print Z. So we're going to print 2, right? So because age is greater than equal to 40, if the condition is true, right? So then it will not check the other condition, right? But here both the condition has to be checked, right? It is greater than or equal to 40 and so it is less than 50. Condition is true. Both the sides condition is true. So it is going to return true. Got it? So like age is less than or equal to 40 and age is going to be less than or equal to less than like this I can able to check it, right? Different ways I can check it. Got it? Age is less than or equal to 40 and age is less than 30, right? Or greater than 30. So that case I can check different ways and means I can check it here. Got it? So like not equal to, right? So like age is not equal to 21. Is it true or false? Now see, I'm getting true here. Age is not equal to 21. Right? So then the next one, like 10 is equal to 10.25. Is it true or false? Now see, it's false. Now suppose I say 10 equal to 10.0. Is it true or false? It's getting true. So 10 is not equal to 10.25. 10 is equal to 10.0. 10.0 is nothing but 10 only. So it is returning false. It is returning true. Right? So likewise we can use greater than, less than comparison operator, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to check the condition here. Got it? To check the condition. Got it? So like I'll go back to the PPT. Got it? So next one is like logical operator. We use logical and logical or logical not and so on, right? So like this is an example. Overweight, underweight equal to true, false. Simultaneously, I can assign the value to the variable. Right? So in Python it is possible. Right? So overweight and underweight, and is going to return false. Right? Same way, like this is also a comparison operator, like by using logical operator and or not. Right? So like we have overweight and underweight. Again, you go back here. So I'm going to say overweight right? So, comma underweight, right? Overweight, comma underweight is equal to, right? So, I'm going to have some value, I'm going to assign some value here. Overweight and underweight equal to, right? I'm going to say true, comma false, right? I'm going to say true, comma false here. So overweight equal to true and underweight will be assigned to false. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to say overweight, right? And underweight. So what is going to do? It is going to return false. Both has to come to true. Right? One is true, the other one is false. That is going to return false. Got it? So like this, I can use what is a logical operator, or I can say overweight or underweight. So that is going to return true. Got it? The next one is not overweight. Not overweight. So it is going to return false. So by using logical operator, I can test it here. By using logical operator, I can test it here. Got it? So these are the examples for logical operator. Right? Identity operator. So it's going to compare both the memory location. So both the memory location is going to refer the same memory location, going to return true. If it is going to be different, it is going to return false. E is true if both the variables refer to the same object. E is not true if both the variables refer to the different object. Right, in that case, we're going to use identity operator. Similarly, membership operator. About this membership operator, we are going to discuss in collections. Right? Just if the sequence is present in the object. Yes. Whether it is present in the list or not. That case, it is going to return true or not. Right? Not in the list or in the list. This we are going to test it with respect to collection, like list, sample, test, and so on. That there we'll discuss. Got it? So now next one is bitwise operator. You know very well, comparing each and every bit, binary bits, right? Yeah, bitwise and bitwise or bitwise exclusive or bitwise not, right? So left shift register, right shift register, and so on, right? So these things also we studied in C, C++, Java, same. So we use here bitwise operator here, right? So indentation, right? Indentation is one of the Python singular feature. Indentation is used everywhere in Python. I told you, right? It is mandatory, right? It's a Python feature. Everywhere you have to use indentation. It takes one keystroke to tab and two keystrokes to insert the braces. One keystroke for tab, right? Two keystrokes to insert the braces. Another advantage is readability. Mainly it is used for readability. Right? To understand, to easier to understand or read the code. For that, we go for indentation. Right? Normally C, C++, Java, what we write like NH road, right? We write all the lines of code right on the same line, right? So it'll start from the same line. There will not be indentation, no. Like no, there will not be any like it will not will not have a C structure or Java structure, right? All be the same line. Now, like when somebody peeps on that code, nobody can understand what exactly the logic is, like what you have written, right? If you go with indentation, one way it will be looking also beauty, the other way you can able to understand, right? So this code readability will be clear and easier to read, right? For changes, for that case, what Python has made it mandatory to apply indentation wherever it is necessary. Got it? So whereas indentation is necessary, you have to apply it. Anyway, we're going to use indentation, all this thing in forthcoming classes, like now immediately. Because now we are going to discuss about control structures, flow of control statements. We're going to discuss about flow of control statements. Now you guys are going to write a lot of code now. You guys are going to write a lot of code now, right? So conditional evaluates Boolean values or Boolean expression, and they're usually preceded by if, right? Here we are going to use conditional statements like if else, nested if, right, and so on, right? And so now see here, so this is syntax for if, right? You're going to accept the value from the user and then going to store the value, and you're going to check whether the age is going to be greater than 18. That is the case, you're going to print. So the age is going to be greater than 18. You are eligible for voting. That case, you're going to use if here, right? Now see here, I'm going to write a code now, right? So instead of using IDLE, I can use Anaconda, right? Like let me try using Anaconda. Right. So these things, the output, whatever I show, is an Anaconda. Right. Now let me open Anaconda. Anaconda Navigator and select the Jupyter Notebook. One second. Which one is frozen? I didn't share it, right? I'm going to show the demo now. Right, for control structures. Right, I'll go back, like I said, like I'll open Anaconda. So now see here. I'll open Anaconda. Right. How will you open? Thing is that you have to install Anaconda. Right. After installing Anaconda, you will get Anaconda Navigator. What you have to do is that on the taskbar, like how do you type IDLE? Same way here, you have to type Anaconda. Anaconda Navigator will be shown on the menu. From there, you click it, it will try to load it. The moment it loads, right? So now here we have Jupyter Notebook here. I'm going to launch my Jupyter Notebook. Now the Jupyter Notebook will be launched in a separate tab. Jupyter Notebook will be launched in separate tab. So it is getting launched now. Again, just check whether they're able to see it, otherwise I'll share it. So now you're able to see the other window of Anaconda, like Jupyter Notebook. You're able to see the other window, like the other tab of Jupyter. No, right?
No.
Yes. I'll share it. So now you get the Jupyter Notebook. See here. So now what I have to do here, like you have to go to new, click on Notebook. Go to new and click on Notebook. Right? Now you are able to see it, right? Yes, you are able to see it.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So now this is a cell right here. I can type single command or entire code also I can type. Right now, what I have to do now? Now again, I'm going to say age equal to. So I'm going to say 19. Right then, right? I'm going to use if condition. If age is greater than or equal to 18. Right, at case, what you're going to do? So now see, automatic indentation is coming here, right? You no need to indent it, right? I'm going to say print, right? So age is greater than, right? So age is greater than 18. close the course, then close. Now you have to run this. Now see here, age is greater than 18. We are getting the output. Now the 19 is getting substituted here, right? And then it is going to compare 19 is greater than or equal to 18. Yes, the condition is true. The condition is true. It is getting an output here. Immediately you're getting an output. Now you also can check it, right? You can accept any marks, right? So even like this, you can use it like x equal to, right, integer of, right, input of, right, enter the value. I'm going to enter the value here, right? I'm going to check, right? I'm going to use if condition. Now if x is greater than or equal to greater than 0, right? Greater than 0, right? Then you say print is positive value, right? So now let me execute. I'm going to run it, right? So like I didn't close the braces here, right? So now again let me run it. Now it's asking to enter the value here. So now I say 5 and I say it's going to positive value. Got it? So now, right, it is going to convert into integer value here. Now what you do is that you I think you would have already installed Anaconda. If not, try to install Anaconda, right, and open the Jupyter notebook and try to write a code using Python, right? So write a code using Python and you accept any value, either it's going to be a marks or any value, right? And check it is going to be a negative value or positive value or anything, right? Already I've written a code for positive value, right? So like what you do, like, okay, you accept any value, you're going to find out the power of, right? So like power of, right? Power of 5, you're going to print it. Write a code, right? You're going to check, you're going to accept any value. If it is greater than 0, right? Then you're going to say, you're going to print the power of 5 here, right? You can write a code for it. So don't use power function. Without using power function, you have to write a code. Can you try it? Like this, you're going to accept any value here. The value is greater than 0, then you're going to find out the power. Don't use power function. Without using power function, you have to find out the power here. Come on, do it and share the code with the in the chat box, right?
Oh, this type of code we cannot execute in IDL, right? Ideally, we need to download
Ideally, also
the.
you can do it, but you can do it individually. Yes, you
Okay.
can do it. You can do it. But you have to open the script file and then you have to write the code, right? Or individually you have to do it.
Oh, I need to open a file and I need to write. Okay.
Yeah.
Let install Jupyter.
Using power of is quite easy, right? You're going to use power of function, give the value.
Yes.
You got it? Yeah. So after if no, you're going to write multiple lines of code, right? Inside the body, it is going to start in the same line after indentation. Have you done it?
Just say.
This is small code. That's it. You have all done it now. You're going to accept the value from the user. Right? You're going to check whether the value is going to be greater than 0 or not, means it's a positive value. And it is going to find out the power of 5. Any number, not 5. For that number, you're going to find out the power. Hope you understood my code, right? Program, right? Program description.
Basically, you are trying to input the value and it's
Yes.
saying that whether it's a positive or negative, right?
Yeah. Now see here. Now z equal to, I'm going to say integer of input of, right? Enter the value. Right? I'll close it. After closing, now I'm going to check if, right, z is greater than 0. That is the case. Now I'm going to find out the power of z. Right? Print, right, z star 5. I'm going to print it. That's it. They're asking me to enter the value here. I'm going to say 10. Press enter. Now see here, get the output. Quite simple. Going to quite simple. We write only 3 lines.
Yeah, I understand. Got it. I'm more.
Got it? So now we are going to discuss about if else. Right? So that case, we're going to have else part here. Right? After this, you're going to write else part. Else. Right? For the same, now we're going to write for the age here, like voting. Write a Python program, right? To check whether the given age is greater than 18 or not. If it is not 18, you have to go for else part. And you have to say you are not eligible for voting. If the condition is true, you have to say it is eligible for voting. Otherwise, you're going to say not eligible for voting. You're going to write the condition like this, if, right, followed with the expression, and expression, right, then colon. Then you're going to indentation will automatic, then you're going to have print statement. Right, just I'm writing only the syntax here. Right, otherwise you're going to use else part here, else followed with colon, right, then you're going to use print statement. That's it. I'm not writing the full code. You're going to write the code now and share the code on my chat. So this is what you're going to write, and you're going to accept the value first. Whatever variable, right? You're going to assign the value to a variable, and you're going to use that variable in the expression, right? To check whether the given age is eligible for voting or not. write a program in Python using if else to check whether the given age is eligible for voting or not. Has anybody tried it?
Experience.
Anybody is trying it at least?
Yes, try.
Okay, okay. Only Ramachandra is trying, I believe. What about others? Which one is working good? I don't want this answer. Yes, they are working good. I want your code here.
Yes.
Sandeep Garu, type the code here. Or share the code here. How do I know that you are writing a code? It's a small piece of code. Just try out, no? If it is wrong, what is that? I'm going to help you out. Input, right? Array, I asked you about age, but you are writing something a different code. So whatever I said, you try it, right? Okay, fine. It's very good, right? It's good. You're trying with your own logic, with your own program. Try out whatever I said, like, right? Even Ramachandra also.
Sorry.
Which means it's already done, so you are trying with different one. Huh?
Is that right? Yes.
The same code you're going to add with else part. That is right. You're going to do it right. On the top, you've already written piece of code without using else part.
I give the else also.
Yeah. Else is wrong here.
Oh, double quotation. Okay.
No. So what mistake you have done, you see here.
Yeah, see that.
So
apostrophe.
here the entire code is wrong. It will throw in syntax error.
Okay, I'm checking.
Where is indentation? You are giving indentation. I don't want you to give indentation. Automatically it is going to give indentation.
Oh, yes.
Am I right?
I got it.
What about others? Ashif, Yakub, Panda Garu, Carla. What about you all? Are you writing code? Are you trying it? That is a problem. Either they want interact. I do not know whether they are attending the class. They are attentive in the class. Even when I call, they don't respond. Like college students, they behave like, right? The college students will do the same way. When it's going to be an online class, either one or two only will respond, others will not respond. The same attitude here. Where is the remaining code? Pinaki. No, there is also wrong again. Ramachandra Garu. Again,
Oh,
you
yeah.
are committing.
Unexpected intent. Okay, I'm getting error.
There is indentation. You're
Oh,
writing
yes.
like a C program, same line, NH. This is NH code.
It
No indentation
explains.
at all. Why should you come inside? See my program here.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. Mhm.
So when I keep on telling no, that will not be good. Like you have to try. So after 1 week again we're going to meet, and then you'll forget everything. Just I'll be keep on giving demo. I'll go off. That's it, right? At last, what you will learn, nothing. You don't try it, then no use. Like you cannot learn anything.
Right. Mhm. It's showing.
At least you can tell me I'm not very bad in coding. Please help me out, right? So that I'll try the code and show you.
Mm.
Just install the Python, right? What about else part?
Like if I'm giving like a
What is
same
else
like
part?
experience the value.
Pinaki, where is else part? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I write the same way, right? Like what why it is saying intent and
No, you have not given indentation here. You have not given colon. No indentation. Where is that? See your code
okay.
here. See my code and your code. See the difference. So you're using a variable called expression. You're using integer here, fine. Integer of this up to here it's character. Now again, if condition should start from the first part of the line. Now see here, right? You're using indentation for everything, but where is colon? If you put colon there, automatic indentation will be added there. Right now, let me execute this code. They ask me to enter the age 25. Let's go eligible for voting. I'm going to get an output here.
Okay. Right. Yes. I don't know
Right?
why it is.
You accept now another program I'll give you. Write a program
Yes.
in Python to accept a value and check whether it is divisible by 2 or not. If it is divisible by 2, right, then it is an even number. If it is not divisible by 2, then it is an odd number. Right? Write a program to check whether the given number is even or not. Right? Write a program to check whether the given number is even or not by using Python. or write a Python program to check whether the given number is even or not, for which you can try to write a code here using if else. Next program, write a program, right? No, Pinaki. Again, you're committing mistake. After colon, it has to print. You type the code, execute the code, and then you copy and paste it here. Don't type the code here directly. You're committing a mistake. You're not able to understand. You're not understanding. What happened to Muhammad sir, Muhammad Jahir? Right? What happened to Muhammad Jahir? What is the problem with you? Like, you're not able to understand. You're not able to understand. Muhammad Garu, what is the problem with you? Why? What is the problem? What you are finding difficult to follow? What happened? You tell me, like, based on that, I can drive my classes accordingly. Any problem with me? Any problem with my teaching? So what is the problem then? You'll get it, right? So when you start practicing it, then you'll get it. Why? You're not in a good mood like today. Any problem? Any personal problem you're facing?
Can you type next question here? What question you're asking? Right.
Right. Write a program, Python program, to check whether the given number is even or odd. So for this, you are going to write a Python code. Is it divided by 2 or modulus 2? Modulus by 2. Okay, is divided by 2, right? Or the modulus by 2. Yeah, Sandeep is correct. You're able to run this, you're getting an output. Okay. So now let me write n equal to integer of, right, input of. Now Mohammed Garu, just listen here. So I'm going to declare a variable called n here equal to, and I'm going whatever value I'm going to get from the user, I'm going to store it in the variable called n, for which I'm going to use nested function here. Like integer function, inside the integer function, I'm going to use input function. Right, I'm going to say enter the value. Right? Okay. Asif Garu, no, it is correct. It's correct. So integer value, you're going to accept some integer value. Right? So after this, I'm going to say if, right, n, right, so if, right, I'm going to say n divided by 2 is equal to 0, right? Then colon, I'm going to say print even number, right? Otherwise, else, I'm going to say print, it's going to be odd number. Right? So fine. So now what I'll do, I'm going to run my code here. They're asking me to enter the value 24. And I'm going to say odd number. See, I'm getting odd number. When I say divide by 2. How come you get the output? So when you divide by 2, you're going to get quotient. When you divide by, when you find modulus, you're going to get reminder. Right? Reminder is like, yeah, I know that. So like, Pinaki told that he's getting an output. Pinaki Panda told that he's getting an output. Right? I know that. We are supposed, just now I told you how to use modulus, not divide by. Just to make him to understand, I say divide modulus. Now we'll get the output, correct output. Now I say 24 again, same value. Now it's going to see even number. See here. So there is a difference between the slash and modulus value. There is a difference between slash and modulus value. That is slash divide by. Divide is going to give the quotient, and modulus is going to give the remainder. Now here we have to check for the remainder. The remainder is equal to 0, then it is going to be even. Otherwise, it is going to be odd. Am I correct, Pinaki? Pinaki. But you said you are getting output correctly. See the difference, you have to understand the difference here. Yes. Yes, it's an odd number. The output is wrong, right? Now write one more program. Write a program. Python program to print whether the given number is positive or negative. Positive or negative. Yes, that's what I told you. You have to use modulus. Pinaki, I told, that's what I told you, you have to use modulus. That's a difference I told you, right? What is the difference between slash and modulus? Now write a program to print whether the given number is positive or negative. Write a program to print whether the given number is positive or negative. No problem. This is all learning. That's all. Why do you say sorry? It's all learning. Right. Next program. Write a program to print whether the given number is positive or negative. Write a program to print the given number is positive or negative. Yes. Correct. Muhammad is correct. Asif, Muhammad Asif is correct. Given number is positive or negative, it is correct.
Positive less than equal minus. Question.
The next program you're going to write without using if else, right? You're going to write a program to calculate the area of a circle.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Mm, Find the area. Area of a square equal to d.
Oh, sorry. Right. So now here, now see here, I'm going to, I've accepted the value. Now I'm accepting the value from the user, right? And I'm converting into integer type. Then I'm going to store it in y. If y is going to be greater than 0, I'm going to print it as positive. Otherwise, I'm going to print it as negative, right? When I enter the value here, -5, it's going to give negative here, right? So got it. So this is an example for writing your code here using if else. Got it. In the next class, we'll see remaining things. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Next class, right? We'll see the remaining. Let me wind off. Right. So thing is that if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Any doubts? Any doubts you have? Yes. Correct.
You have a task like find the area of the square, right?
Yeah. Not finished, you try to finish the task and submit it on next week. So like next week, I'll share you some HackerRank link. I'll ask you, I'll tell you how to do it, right? So they can start doing the program there, practicing the program there.
Sure.
Got it? Any doubts? Any doubts you have it?
How to install that Anaconda, because I want to install Jupyter because I have only
You can
IDEA.
see my video.
Okay.
Okay. So like only thing is you have to go for anaconda.com, download it for
Okay.
Windows version, and then it is a setup, right? And then you're going to give next, you're going to get it installed.
Okay.
Okay. Just see my video, or you can see your online like Google tell you from Google also can get it.
Okay. Sure.
Video. YouTube video, you'll get it. Any other doubts? So the payment link has been given. So you can pay the payment here by using payment link. Right? Okay, I'll stop here. Remaining things we'll see in the next week, right? See you. Bye-bye.
Sure.
Thank you, Sandeep. Yeah, see you next week. Yeah. I'll do arrange it. Yeah, sure.